when I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico.
I feel like Canelo's a fucking pussy.
Canelo doesn't jab anymore. He looks for one shot now. The end is there for Canelo.
David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster, is leaving no doubt about his intentions.
Maybe the most feared fighter in boxing. Ever see Julio Cesar Chavez in his prime? I'm talking about the daddy. I'm talking about one of the greatest fighters ever. This guy is the closest thing I have seen to a big Julio Cesar Chavez. David, I'm not putting the Chavez thing on you. I'm just saying, you're the closest thing I've seen to a big dude who fights like that. Oh, Canelo's ducking him. This dude's a monster. And I looked and I thought, am I right or wrong about that?
No, you're definitely right. You're looking at a man that's not going to let anything outside the ring, mess with his game. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not scared of nothing. I accept and I invite war. So if that's what the people of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia want to see, well, let's give it to them. I think everybody is starting to see that I'm fearless, I'm relentless, and I'll fight anybody to get my respect in the ring.
After watching Canelo Alvarez fall to Terence Crawford, he has been vocal and direct, not just calling for a fight, but flat out accusing Canelo of being scared. For years, one name has haunted Canelo Alvarez, a challenge he's consistently sidestepped.
Back on Canelo, and he was talking about how he didn't want to give David Benavidez the fight because he was being disrespectful.
When you look at the history of Canelo, all the fighters that was disrespectful, calling them out, and he fought all of them. But I just think from a Mexican standpoint, one being extra disrespectful towards the other, he took the sport out of it, and he just felt as if he wasn't going to give Benavidez the payday that.
Benavidez is ready to finally settle the score and take his throne. Now, after a shocking defeat to Terence Crawford, that shadow has grown impossible to ignore. Just weeks ago, the boxing world was rocked. Terence Crawford, the undisputed welterweight king, moved up to weight classes and delivered a performance that left Canelo Alvarez looking human. It wasn't just a loss. It was a dominant display that stripped away some of the aura surrounding the Mexican superstar. Even seasoned trainers like Ronnie Shields hinted that Canelo's peak may be behind him.
Predicted Crawford by unanimous decision. He got that. I just thought Crawford was too fast for Canelo. Too many combinations. Canelo doesn't jab anymore. He looks for one shot now. The end is there for Canelo.
While Oscar de la Hoya offered a detailed breakdown of exactly where Canelo went wrong, this wasn't just another fight. It was a pivotal moment that opened the door for a challenge that has been simmering for far too long. In an exclusive interview with Inside the Ring, David Benavidez himself acknowledged Crawford's historic achievement. He offered heartfelt congratulations to Crawford, recognizing that he's reached a place in history few fighters ever achieve. Benavidez emphasized that Crawford belongs on boxing's Mount Rushmore for moving up 3 divisions and becoming undisputed champion at super middleweight. He added, "Not only is he a great fighter, but you could tell in that fight how much of a dog he is," suggesting other fighters could learn from Crawford's heart.
First of all, I just want to give Terence Crawford a great congratulations. He's reached a part in history that only so many fighters get to even accomplish in boxing. He's one of the greatest of all time. There's nothing, you can't take that away from him. Terence Crawford should be on the Mount Rushmore in boxing because not only did he go up 3 weight classes, he beat one of the best fighters of this generation. I don't remember any time in history where anybody has come up from 147 pounds and won the super middleweight championship. Not only just one, but the undisputed. He's won every single title. So, that man, not only is he a great fighter, but you could tell in that fight by seeing this combination right now how much of a dog he is. And I think a lot of fighters could take a lot of notes from Terence Crawford, not only physically, but as take notes in the heart aspect. And I give it all up to Terence Crawford. He's one of the greatest of all time. And, we salute Terence Crawford.
But long before Crawford's stunning victory, David Benavidez had been relentlessly chasing Canelo, a ghost lingering over the super middleweight division.
Got 3 WBC belts right here. I'm the best in the division. If they want to give me an opportunity now or later, I'm gonna keep winning. Like I said, I'm gonna be the greatest in my generation by the time I'm done. And my job is not complete until I make that happen. For Canelo and everybody else, it just shows everybody I'm not f***ing around. I'm here to stay. I just look at the facts. You know, the people want to see this fight more than Carlos Adames and Charlo. You know, that's why that fight hasn't happened. But for me and Canelo, we have motion. You know what I mean? I've been winning the fights I'm supposed to win in fantastic fashion. He has nobody else to fight. You know what I mean? So if they want to give it to me now, later, whenever, I'm not going to.
For years, Benavidez, a two-time WBC champion with a devastating record of 30 wins, 0 losses, and 25 knockouts, held the interim title, standing as the clearest threat to Canelo's undisputed reign.
I don't really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing him.
Yeah.
That's not bashing him.
But that's what I'm saying. They spin the narrative on Instagram.
Right.
If I say something, they say this or that. But I only want what I earned.
Right.
And I'm entitled to it. From what the WBC told me, they say you win the title limiter, we'll give you a title shot. You win the WBC interim title, we'll give you a title shot. I've been in this position for 3 years. So just because Canelo, he could do what he wants, as he says,
right.
He's not going to fight the top competition. And he's holding all those belts hostage, bro. And it's not like you got other great fighters too. You got me and David Morrell's there. Yeah. How is it fair that these sanctioning bodies let him pick and choose who he wants to fight? And then the Canelo fans too that be talking shit, bro. Like, do you guys not want to see the best fights?
Right.
Like, I don't understand. I'm just trying to make the best fights happen. And that's it. At the end of the day, I just want to give the fans what they want to see.
And the talk wasn't just whispers, it was real. Reports surfaced of a staggering $70 million offer extended to Canelo for the long-awaited showdown. An offer Benavidez himself confirmed, saying he'd even accepted a flat $5 million just to make it happen.
I'm not scared of nobody. I've heard everybody that's been in front of me, and Canelo's no different. And I will hurt him too, and I'll take all his belts. It's crazy that he asked for $150 million or $200 million to fight me, but he still has the nerve to say that I don't bring nothing to the table. So if I didn't bring nothing to the table, why are you asking for more money than you won in your whole career if I don't mean anything? Maybe after he gets that money, he could buy himself a pair of balls.
What I wanted to tell you guys too, I mean, this guy, he's making the most money out of everybody. He's charging you guys so much for the pay-per-views. It's like he's spitting in your guys' face, saying that he doesn't give a f what you guys want. He's not going to give you the best fights. He's going to fight the fights that he wants. In my opinion, that's a little bit disrespectful to the fans, but he has cult-like fans that, you know, they don't tell him shit and they're happy with whatever he does. But at the end of the day, if you hold all the titles, you got to fight the best in the division. I'm #1 in the division, #1 contender. The second one is David Morrell. He's not fighting me, nor he's not fighting David Morrell. So it makes no sense. How is he going to call himself the champion and have all these belts if he doesn't fight the #1 or the #2 guys? Why is he asking $200 million? Why, when they bring my name up with him, that's the most money he's going to make. When he fought Amir Khan, he outweighed him at like 25 pounds. But, you know, I think it's just he's running out of excuses and running out of things to say, but that's just how it is. I guess that's when you're the cash cow, you can do whatever you want.
But after Benavidez agreed, the phone went silent. No response. No negotiation. Just a deafening silence. This wasn't empty talk from an untested challenger. Benavidez had earned his shot by walking through fire. His 2 most recent performances cemented his case. First, he systematically broke down Caleb Plant in a brutal grudge match. Then he dismantled the previously undefeated, highly skilled Demetrius Andrade, forcing his corner to throw in the towel. Now, the pressure is greater than ever. Will Canelo finally silence his critics and step into the ring with Benavidez, or will his legacy forever be stained by the fight he chose to avoid? The answer will not only define the twilight of Canelo's career, but also shape the future of the super middleweight division. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming uploads. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we'll catch you in the next video.